Okay, well, we go salmon fishing up on the coast every summer. We go up to the north end of Vancouver Island. And while I was fishing up there, I ran into somebody else who had a tri-flasher.
About 10 years ago, I started working on something that would take your downrigger ball, which is the heaviest thing on the boat, and make it so it actually attracted fish. And right off the bat, there was definitely something going on with this goofy ball with all these blades attached and how well it was catching fish. And when you were actually hooking the fish, leaving everything on the downrigger ball meant there was just you and the fish on the line and having a way better fight when you didn't get them.
And I just thought, this is brilliant. And when I was looking at it, I thought, you know, my kids can make this at school and see if we can, you know, change the design and make it better. So that's what we did. I brought this back from Malcolm Island, and we gave it to the students, and this is what we designed. Now, this one here is actually a wider bracket. This is a stainless steel rod. The stainless steel rod we're using is a heavier steel. We kind of copied the same design as the old one, which has this little bend in the top. And so that started the next process. Now what we did is we changed the design. So this is the design of the flasher we're using today. The end fins we really haven't done much to. The end fins are still open so that they open up as the water flows through and you go faster, which slows these things down. The faster you go through the water, the slower they spin. And that's really the trick to these things. So we haven't really done much on the end flashers. The bracket is pretty much thinner now. We made the bracket thinner diameter this way.
I'll just show you how to do it, but I've already got some blades made.
Okay. Then we made 200 more of them. Now the reason why we made 200 more of them is because we took an outdoor ed class down to the Tradex. The Tradex is a big hunting fishing show in Vancouver. And we went down there just as a field trip. And so we went down to the Tradex, and the kids thought that was pretty cool. We walked around in there. Actually, we were the first high school to ever go on a field trip to the BC Hunting and Fishing Show. And on the way home, I was talking to one of the parents that was helping us drive down there, and we started thinking about, you know, what if we actually bought a booth at a trade show like this? And I've done trade shows before, you know, before I was a teacher, I've done trade shows. So we kind of threw around this idea, and when I came back, I threw it past the students, and I thought, hey guys, if you really want to, we can make a bunch of more of these flashers. We can buy a booth down there, and we can actually sell these in a booth down at the trade show. We only had about 2 months to put this together, which was amazing. In 2 months, we actually built all the flashers, and we got all the stuff together to go down to the show. And this is what the students had to do to get down there. We had to go to Tourism 300 and workshops at the college, also hosting workshops at the college. We had to talk to all the businesses in the local communities, because remember, we're doing tourism, right? So the kids had to learn all about the tourism to be able to run the tourism booth. So there was quite a big learning curve for me and the students when we did this show. It was awesome. We went down to the show, and what was really interesting about this thing was students tend not to talk to adults very well, especially strangers. And these guys were put into a situation where they had to talk to strangers all day for 3 days. and they had the sales pitch down. They were talking quite openly and freely with people. It was quite amazing. The exhibitors on the other side of the aisle from us, there was St. Croix and Minn Kota and Scotty Downriggers. Like, there were some pretty big outfits on their side of the aisle. They actually came over. They were watching us all weekend. They had never seen a high school show up at a trade show ever. And so every once in a while during the weekend, I'd go over to their booth and I'd say, so how are my people doing? Because they were watching the kids. They were watching them the whole time. And one of the interesting comments we got was the St. Croix guys, I think it was, he made the comment, he says, you know, it's really cool. We can see your kids grow up right in front of our eyes. It's like they're maturing right, like it's so cool.
I'm the show manager for the Vancouver International Boat Show. I've been running the show for a few years now. We have the show, our main component is at BC Place. We've got over 250 exhibitors here. And we also have a floating show component at Granville Island. This year does mark the first year that we had a school asked to participate in the show. We thought it was a great idea, and understanding more about the program with the design and production of the fishing lures, we thought it was a great fit for the sport fishing feature. We thought that the experience was very well, and we absolutely hope to have you guys back next year.
I can honestly say that I've never seen a high school show at a trade show besides you guys. Yeah.
No, I think this is the first one besides seeing you guys at the Abbotsford show last year.
I've never seen a high school at a trade show. I think it's a wonderful opportunity that is extended to you, and from what I see, you gals and guys have benefited from it immensely.
Well, I can put on my resume, I worked at the trade show when I was 14 years old in BC Place.
Well, I learned that just walking around isn't going to do you a whole lot. You actually have to get your voice out there.
Well, you learn personal skills, you meet a lot of people, you learn how to answer questions and customer service and stuff like that. You learn how to sell. You guys are selling things, so you learn sales.
We got some articles in some newspapers. We got an article in BC Outdoors, actually.
I was sent an email from a friend that showed me the Cuff School selling flashers that were like mine. So I contacted Dorian, and since then we've been working together on developing and marketing a better product.
Right now, like I said, we got the website up and running. We got some more media coverage out of this, newspaper articles and a few things like that. And yeah.